Hello, dear friends. Welcome to a very small commentary channel where content varies. I discuss anything and everything, anything that's got to do with life and death, because from the moment we're born, we're dying. So I look at anything that impacts on us, on our daily life. And today I want to share a true story. I am not going to name anybody to protect the innocent, although I can't really say there are innocents in this. I'm telling this story because it reminds me of what happened to my husband. Now, for those of you who have been following me for quite some time, you will know that I began this channel as an addict, and that I also began it because I was grieving. My husband was dying, complication of IV drug infections, complications. So he was septic. He had Clostridium infection in his blood. He had Staph aureus colony infection on his heart, and he had another infection in his lungs. And the colony on his heart was that huge that the only way they could do anything was to put him in an induced coma and to clean it, as well as putting him on antibiotics. To clean that out, they actually had to remove a heart valve and give him a pacemaker. Now here is a story, and it's happening right now at a hospital near me. Now, if you know where I live, you know which hospital I'm talking about. This man is under 30 and he is in the ward where addicts go when they've got an infection. This man desperately needs heart valves replaced because of infections, but he's not as sick as Rob, but any moment he could be, and any moment could be his last moment. And they've given him an ultimatum: either give up the drugs and you can have, a new heart, new pacemaker, etc., or what? Because if you're not going to give up the drugs, why give new valves and a pacemaker to someone who's going to continue to abuse drugs? That could go to someone who desperately wants to live. This guy disappears for 8-9 hours at a time, and he refuses to give up the drugs. People, when you're using drugs, it's usually, some of you might have started to experiment, but you continue to use to mask pain and trauma, and the fact you get so far into it that you stop loving yourself. This man obviously doesn't think he's worth it. Or maybe he just doesn't care. So I'm doing this video to reach out that you could be this man. This is a true story. One of my family members is a nurse and is working in the very ward with this person. And she has said to this person, come on, he's not even 30. He could have 60, 70 years left. Instead, he's disappearing because this drug has got a hold on him. drugs are like demons. So I'm making another video to try to help people. I have another friend who few weeks ago now sent me a picture of a massive hole crater in his arm, and I looked at it and I said, "Get to the hospital now." And he said to me, "I have." And they put me on antibiotics and they put me on blood thinners, because if any of this infection breaks off and goes around the body, I could have a stroke, I could it could go to my heart, I could die. And he said that maybe he will, instead of shooting up, he will smoke it. Now this person is an ice user. I want you to know that when you smoke ice, it burns hotter than a cigarette. The same with pot. So you're actually burning holes into your lungs. People, it's about time that even if we are living in a simulation, these bodies were given to us as vessels to look after. And if you don't love yourself, you don't love your vessel, you're going to do harm. And this is what drugs are, harm. So if you're in this situation, please rethink things through. And also, when does the medical profession, where did they draw the line? If someone's going to continue to use drugs, where does the medical profession draw the line at treatment when it involves a young person who could live and be productive to society? I'm still struggling with symptoms of COVID. I tested negative the other day, but I'm still not well. So I will upload content again probably later this afternoon, and then as I've told you, I'm going to be busy for a while, but I did want to put it out there that every life matters, and we've all done some pretty shitty things, but that doesn't make you a shitty person, and drugs are not the answer. And this man, he's been offered a gift of life, a gift of having a new heart, and he's gone snubbed them and said, "Nah, don't care, I'd rather die." That makes me really sad. We're losing too many people to drugs, because what you don't realize with drugs is you think you could die. You're scared of two things: that you may die of an overdose, or you don't know what's in it when you're shooting up. But there's a third one, and this third one takes just as many lives, and that's infections. All right, I've said my piece. I don't want to keep harboring on. I'm sure you've got the gist of it. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate any views I get. You take care of yourself. Love, light, and blessings. Bye from Jim.